You've seen strikes, you've seen mergers, you've seen bankruptcies. How would you compare all of those to a global disruption and a pandemic like this and what we're seeing happen to the auto industry?
Boy, mix all that together, throw in a recession, throw in a depression, and you got what we're into right now. We have never seen anything like this in the automotive industry. I mean, even if you go back to the Great Depression in the 1930s, that took several years to roll out. We have seen the entire global economy just come to a screeching halt in a matter of weeks.
The plants are going to be opening back up again, the slow roll and the start. What is this really going to look like? And how can the companies get back up to a level of production that they were at when everything stopped?
Getting back to a level like before is going to be dictated by whether or not people are buying cars and trucks in the numbers that they did before. That's not going to happen. We know for a fact there's going to be a huge drop off in sales, if only because if you look at the daily rental companies with so little travel going around the country right now, China has been back at work for nearly 2 months now. Europe is a few weeks ahead of us, and all we have to do is look at what's going on there to know what's going to happen here. And it's everything you already know about. Wear a mask, get thermally scanned before you go into a plant, maintain social distancing, put up barriers between different workstations, wipe down work areas 3 times a shift, stagger the shifts and have the shifts come in through different doors so people don't walk by each other. That's what it's going to take.
Talking about possibly another bailout for the auto industry. There's already talk going on in Washington right now. What kind of incentivizing or what kind of help can we give autos? Are we going to see that kind of help again, or what are you hearing?
It's especially the Michigan contingent in Washington that's pushing for some sort of incentive, some sort of financial help. I think it's inevitable. You got to remember that the automotive industry supports the rest of the economy. The rule of thumb is for every job in the auto industry, it supports about 7 other jobs in the rest of the economy. So if you want to get the American economy rolling again, you got to get the auto industry rolling and vice versa. I think there could be a number of people in the public who are going to say, look, we bailed those guys out a decade ago. The heck with them. But I think cooler heads will prevail. You lose the auto industry, man, there's no way that this economy is going to recover. And that's why I think there's going to be some sort of incentives for consumers, for dealers, for suppliers, and for automakers.
In Michigan, we've talked so much in the last 20 years about diversifying our economy, not relying so much on automotive. But yet, do you believe that in numbers wise, aren't we still really tied to the success of auto?
We really are. I mean, it's great to talk about diversifying the economy, and it is necessary. But when you have a General Motors, a Ford, an FCA, and by the way, too, Toyota with a massive engineering complex, with Nissan here, with Hyundai Kia here, it's just hard to make them a smaller part of the Michigan economy because they're just such big companies. And I'm not even mentioning the giant supplier companies that we have in this state either. So let's go for diversification. But like I said, it's hard to make automotive a small part of that pie.